Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in a little place called Belfair, Washington. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So this is June 2025 Saturday Series video number 1, everybody. So this card is designed for the beginner stamper. So please be aware that every month I have a designated Monday series and Saturday series, and these two series, they concentrate on the same stamp set, suite, or bundle, and sometimes kit. So for the month of June, everybody, I will be working with a bundle that was given to my aunt from the very, very sweet Lori. It's called Delightful Wishes. So this is my stamp set for my Monday and Saturday's series. I borrowed it from my Aunt Carol, who was so kind enough to let me do so. This was in the January to April mini catalog, and it has made the annual catalog. So it is perfect for this. So for my Monday series, the first Monday is always a sketch card, the second a Casa card, the third is always a shaker card, the fourth is a funfold. Now the fun part is if there are 5, it's a mystery as to what I'm going to come up for you and me. Now for Saturday, today, the first card, the first Saturday is always a card designed for the beginner, the second towards the casual stamper, the third for the avid, the fourth for the extreme, and then if there are 5, it's always a mystery as to what I will come up for you and me, both, because I don't know by that time. So we're going to move the whiteboard, and the whiteboard truly does help me out. So for the beginner stamper, what I like to do is try to truly just use paper and ink. No dyes, no loads of accessories, just ink and paper. Now this stamp set, so we are just going to be working with the stamp set, just stamps and ink and paper. This is a 2-step set, 2-stamp set. So you stamp one image and then you have another image that will layer on top of it. And let me show you what that will give it a look like, because we are going to be kind of casing a card even today. So this is my inspiration, but we're going to change a few things. So you see it, how it has the light and the dark in the yellow, and how it has those, you know, you can see the darker images. Well, that's from these 2 stamp sets. They are going to overlay one another. These 2 are going to overlay the images as well. So that's what we're going to be working with. We're going to be using the little branches like they did, and this one, they're all going to intertwine together. I think this was really creative of them. Now I am bringing in a background image stamp. Any background image stamp that you have that is similar. This one I got at the thrift store for $1.75. You have a gingham, a linen, a cheesecloth, something for background. If you don't have a background stamp like this, I love old background stamp, guys, and I'm a sucker for a good buy. If you have a little, like my itty bitty background stamps that I love, these oldies but goodies, right? You can just stamp a little background in the background of it, and that will do as well. You can also take a little spot of ink. I'm going to show you with a little let's see. Now, I recommend just doing this with spots. Spots are cloth pads, and you can do this very easily with. Not so much with the foam pads. So let me grab, let's see if I have a piece of paper I can demonstrate with. So you can do a quick background by taking a spot and just taking your little spot of ink and going like this, and you can get a nice little background going. You know, that's just quick and easy. We're just putting some color on the background of the paper. We're going to be doing that. Just because it's a beginner card doesn't mean it won't have layers. I do try to keep it simple, and I think this will be simple. So we are going to get started. I like to use a piece of scratch paper when using a old background stamp like this, because I haven't used this yet. Looks like there's a little something on there. Sticky stuff, probably where the sticker was. It's not gonna matter much because hopefully not. Still sticky stuff on there. Okay, so what am I using today? I have a 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I think the sample is using a note card, but I'm going to do a full size card. And then I have its coordinating envelope, and I have some scrap white. This isn't, you know, printer paper. This is cardstock, thin cardstock. And that's because if you look at the image they have here, it's torn. But the torn edge gets really lost on the white on white. So that's why we're giving some bit of color to our card base. So we're going to start by inking this up. And we could do it, I'm thinking we could do it in blue. Let's take a look. So they have these little flowers in blue. I originally was thinking in yellow. Do I want to do it in blue? Do I want to do it in yellow? We could do it in green. We could do it a lot of colors, right? We could do it in crumb cake. Do a real natural effect. I'm kind of thinking crumb cake now. Okay. Looks like I need one more color. Wasn't expecting this. And we'll give it a test, because I haven't inked this up before. Ooh, I think I have an old cloth pad here, so I can do the rub-a-dub-dub. If you have a foam pad, please don't try this. Do a tap, tap, tap. I have an old cloth pad, thank goodness. Okay. It's not a Stampin' Up pad, so I'm going to take off some ink first. We're going to do a test. I think I'm going to like it. Now I'm going to ink it up again. Not ink it up. I'm going to stamp it because I want to test it and see what it looks like. I like it. I am going to like it. I'm probably not going to use the pecan pie, but that inked up really nice. Okay, so we're good to go. We're good to go. Okay, we're going to ink it up now. And we are going to wipe it off gently first. So ink it up really good. Rub-a-dub-dub, and then I'm going to tap, tap, tap to try to get out any, you know, smears I have on it. So here we go. I am going to take off a light bit of ink. Just gently take it off. Right? So card base going down. Card base going down. Now I'm going to give it a nice rub. This is going to make this white torn edge that we're going to do, it's going to make it stand out. Look at that. Beautiful. That actually came out better than I thought. And I'm glad we went with that. So we're going to let this dry a minute. So while we have ink on here, we're going to go ahead and do some work on our envelope. So we're just going to go ahead and do the envelope flap. I'm just going to rub my hands down it here. Oh, that will do. I'm not going to do anything on there, but we're going to set that aside. So let's find, we need a stamp in Pierce Mat. Have it, check, right? And we need some scratch paper. Do a little test with. I don't think, it doesn't look like my aunt has used these, so we need to do the smushy smushy. She used them, but she used mostly the paper. So smushy, 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 smushy. We might do pecan pie with that one. And then I know she used the yellow ones to stamp with. All right, so this is our envelope, that check. We are going to go ahead, I'm going to stamp on this before I tear it down. Now I could, I'm just going to stamp on it first. So I'm not sure how to start off, but we're going to go ahead and reach for that pecan pie, or pecan pie, pecan. It's up to you what you want to call it. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do it about, let's say, right here. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Daffodil Delight. So this is where we're going to do some stamping off. We are going to start with this, and we're going to check, see how this works. Do I have it going the wrong way? Flowers, I don't really know how this set works yet. Maybe I have to do this one first. Nope, that's the detail. Somehow these go together, guys. They go, just give me a sec. There, I've got it. That's where they go. So this one here goes in this space. So you have top, left, right, the middle goes in the middle space. And Miss TJ is a snoring, snoring, snoring. So this one is going to get stamped off. We want this one lighter because we're going to stamp on top with, well, she is so snoring. Oh, we're a little off, but everything's gonna work out. That's really light. So we're gonna go again. I'd rather do it twice than, I'm gonna try to stamp right on top again, not hold it down so much. Because you guys, you can add ink, but you can't take it off. You can't remove the ink unless it's on glass, right? But on paper, it doesn't work. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. So this one now, let's get this one. That one is how it goes. So there's two little bits there that goes in the very top. And you just kind of have to eyeball it and go with it. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, it's all going to look great in the end. And it looks great, even though I know it wasn't lined up perfectly. Sometimes it just works out. Then we have little leaves, which somehow are going to go on here as well. And I'm doing that in the Old Olive. And I know she used these, but we're going to go ahead and give it a smooshy, smooshy, smooshy for good luck, right? So our leaves look like they go just like that. Old Olive. Love it. Love it. Ooh, so cute. Did I get it right? I did. Let's see. Look. This one has a large leaf and a little leaf. Large leaf, little leaf. Got it right. Nailed it. Okay, so this one here, it says lots of love, and they have that on an extra piece of paper. So I'm going to show you. I'm not doing the lots of love. I'm not going to have a use for that. Where are my bits? So you could do this, but it's going to cover up part of that, so I don't want that. I'm going to, you could do it just white, but we're going to hold off and see, because now we have the little blue bits. Yes, I am casing this to an extent. We have the little blue bits, little blue flower that they used. We're going to bring that into play because we can't tear it until we get all these little bits into play. So full strength, full strength. So they did, oh, this might just ruin it. Let's see. Full strength. We're going to go second strength. We're going to stamp off and then stamp. I'm so glad I stamped off. So stamped off, stamp. I like that little softness to it. And then right there. This is all stamping. So, the sentiments in the stamp set. Where is the stamp set? Where it's underneath something, I am sure. So, you have lots of love, because it all goes with wishing you were here. Those are all great. I just don't, they're not going to suit what I want on this card. Sorry. So what I am going to be using is You Are Amazing. And that is from the April 2025's Paper Pumpkin Kit. Yeah, I can, right? It's my card. That's what I want to do. And it is small. Oh, that's Sending My Love. Where did it go? Look at that. You Are Amazing. So I can come in and I can stamp this directly on here. And I was thinking stamping it directly on here, keeping with my theme, or I can stamp it up here, stamp it over here, directly there. I'm just not sure yet, but I know I like it. So we're going to tear it first. Let's give ourselves a minute to think about it. It happens that way. All right. So one side of this card is straight. So we're going to cut. And I'm thinking right about 3.5 inches, because that's going to give me enough 3 inches. So the piece I'm working with is 3 inches, right? Oh, that's lovely. You wouldn't need to, but I'm thinking I might want, well, we're just using paper, right? Paper and ink. What if we do it at an angle? We're going to tear it. And we could do You Are Amazing with that little bit and that little strip of white and do You Are Amazing. I really like that. Even though just paper and ink, guys. Nothing big. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we are going to tear it like I saw in the picture. So we are doing a little bit of a case of card. So I'm going to bring this down here, right? Just down there. So I'm going to take, I don't know, let's cut this to 5 1/4. So hold on. I want to write 5 1/4, 3 by 5 1/4. Right? That's what's going to be in the description. Now I am cutting off 1/2 inch off of the bottom. You can make that 1/4 inch, and that can be for your sentiment strip. From the top, because I do want to take it, you know what's going to be pretty? I usually don't do this. Yeah, I might have to make this the casual card. Might have to change my plans here, because this would be gorgeous on a bit of either Daffodil Delight or Old Olive. But I still think it's a beginner card because we're just stamping with ink and paper. You know what? Maybe we'll sponge it. It's really pretty. It's really, really, really pretty. It needs a little off the top. Oh no, we're tearing it. That's what I'm doing. That's it. My husband brought me something. So we're going to tear. Now you can tear with, a water painter. And I have shown that before. But what I want to do with this one, because I want to keep it roughly kind of straight, is I have an old metal ruler. And I just want that roughed edge. I'm tearing like 1/4 inch off the top. That's great, because the image in the picture is not quite straight. It's kind of at an angle, so I have a little bit of a slope. Now here's let's go ahead and bring the water painter in. Now we're going to get a curve to it. Some water. Gonna have to slope it over here. The more water, the easier the paper's gonna tear. You don't want it soaking wet, but I do want those fibers broken down a little. And we're doing it on the wrong side, so I got to pull it towards me to get the look I want, which is opposite of what I normally would do. We're going to pull it this way. Pull it a little bit more this way. Rough that up a little bit more. Perfect. Then I do have this little strip of Daffodil Delight. I think I will add to that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful little card. And just paper. And you know what we can do with this is use... Okay, no. You could use a corner punch and punch a little strip. But because we're not going to do that, because this is still a beginner card. Beginner card, right? Okay. Beginner card. We are just going to add a little sliver of this. So I need to break this down a little bit. It's so odd to have the straight edge on the right hand side. So this was 5 1/4. That is not 5 1/4 right now. Oh, because I cut it down. So it's 4 4/16. 4 4/16 right there. And there's no way I can get the tiniest little bit I want out of that. So it has to be guillotine time. And you guessed it, we are going to go for Post-it note, because I only want 1/4 inch of this, and I want this side of it because the other one looks like it has something out of it. Oops. Mint tape would work, which I have some thanks to Lori, but that's all we're doing. You could use a punch to scallop it, a die, it's up to you, but I am using just what I have to keep it simple. I'm gonna have to like trim this and then rough the edge up a little bit. The scissors would have worked to rough that edge up as well. All right, so there we have it, and we're going to keep it simple. Not going to overthink it, and I think we're going to stamp directly on there. Yes, we are. If I can find the stamp again. I keep looking for the little tiny block, but that it says sending my love. This one says you are amazing, and we are going to stamp that in Daffodil Delight, if I can find where I stick the pad. So, still simple. Simple, simple, simple stamp and pierce mat because it is polymer. The trick is going to be getting it. Let's just give it a test. Not pushing on it. Oh, that is where I must have had green in it. Let's try up here because I have stamped the green on there. Much better. All right. So we're just going to stamp "You Are Amazing." You know what? We can even add, I have some paper pumpkin stamps out here still that I was playing with. There goes the block. Let's add some little yellow butterflies. Same paper pumpkin stamp set, if you're wondering. Yes. Do they look familiar to you? Look at this. I might just have to keep them out for the whole set. That one, where's the other one? Missing a butterfly. Oh, love it. Hold on, I gotta pick up this stamp block that fell. Now we are ready. Oh, should we sponge around that? We should. You know what? I have a cloth pad. I can do better than that. I can just take the block. Cloth pad. There we go. That's it. It's done for the inside. You Are Amazing. I said we were going to keep it blank. So look at that. That's my card. It's done. I'm going to glue this straight down. I'm keeping it very simple for a beginner card. You could have added some ribbon. You could have popped this up. You could have, like I said, added some garden green behind it, some Daffodil Delight. You could make it at an angle. I'm going to keep it straight now that I have that little strip of Daffodil Delight along the side. But we can stamp some of the little blue dots, maybe a little yellow flower on the inside. So let's find the blue dots here. And where's the yellow? I just closed up the Daffodil Delight. Silly me. Silly, silly me. We're just going to go full strength. No, I'm not. I'm going to stamp off again. We are just going to put a few here. Stamp off. Now I am not going to go doing the next part of those. I am just getting a little color inside my card is all that is. Over here, I have that on the back. And let's add just a little bit there, full strength. And where's the leaves? I would like a little pop of the green. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I have all these ink pads open and I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, and a little blue. I wanted a little blue in there. So this is going to go here. Oh, really, really, really cute. Oh, I do. I'm going to do the detail for the envelope. See if it shows up. Tone on tone. The two little one. That's the top one. So I know it goes this way, right there. And it should add more. Oh, it does. Just a little bit. Okay. Don't want anything on the back. I don't need that. I want little blue dots for the inside. Little blue dots. This is what's fun even for a beginner, is just the stamping. That's what it's all about, just to stamp. And now this card can be whatever. You are amazing. Happy birthday. You are amazing. Thank you. There are so many things that this little card can be turned into when I'm ready for it. And if I want, I could add some little embellishments in here. Let me show you, because I'm thinking, hold on. This, look at that. Nope, we need more glue right there. That needs to stay down. Let me just give you a little peek at what it could be. I'm not going to put these on there. These are halfback pearls my Aunt Carol gave me. But look at how cute these could be. These will go on some cards, but look how cute that is. Just that added little bit. I know they're cute. I know they are. Beginner card. We're going to save those for another one. But those would have made a really cute addition. But we can do the Wink Estella. And I moved my Wink Estella, all of it. So give me a second. Let's do that. Let's add some Wink Estella to the butterflies, and of course our gorgeous flowers, leaves included. They like to sparkle in the sunshine. Oh, that sounded like thunder all of a sudden. Oh, spring storm. Now it really does. So there you have it. So I am going to show you the card. I know this wasn't meant to be a case of card, but that was my inspiration for my beginner card, and I really hope you guys like it because I think it came out lovely. Just a little bit of sunshine on it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you come back and visit me here in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.